Right, now let's continue with our talk on Chinese characters. Um, yeah, let's continue to talk about Chinese characters, okay?
Sure. What aspect of Chinese characters would you like to explore next?
Okay, a very interesting question, an important question. Shall we get rid of Chinese characters? Because they are very, very difficult. So we actually talk about that. And actually, as a matter of fact, in the history of the Chinese characters, we were thinking about getting rid of it. And we had debates, but finally, the one, we decided to keep it. We simplified it. That was the event.
Yes, the history of Chinese characters includes significant debates about simplification and even potential replacement. The simplification efforts, especially during the 20th century, were aimed at making the characters easier to learn and use. Ultimately, they were kept because of their deep cultural and historical significance. It's a
Yeah,
balance.
okay, let's talk more about it. Generally speaking, I think you're right. Um, First of all, I think what you have to consider the fact that all nations, all people, were probably using pictography. Is that,
That's
yeah, yeah?
absolutely. Many early writing systems were indeed pictographic or ideographic, representing objects and ideas visually. Over time, many evolved towards phonetic systems for ease of use. Chinese characters, however, have uniquely preserved their pictographic roots while adapting to modern needs.
And
It's a
why
unique
though?
thing.
Yeah, well, why though? Okay, so you think Chinese characters are just so unique from all other pictography languages, right? But then people are changing it even nowadays. Like Korean changed it, a few decades ago. The written form of the language, of course, we're talking about, and now making the language one of the easiest written languages in the world. Yeah.
Yes, Korean is a great example. Hangul was specifically designed to be simple and easy to learn, which made it highly effective. The adaptation and simplification of scripts can make languages more accessible. Chinese characters have remained largely due to their deep cultural roots and the sheer number of homophones in Chinese, which characters help distinguish. Each script reflects different priorities and cultural choices.
The homophones, right? Is one of the elements we should consider. Maybe that is making the letterized, language of Chinese or Pinyin more difficult to read, right?
Exactly. The large number of homophones in Chinese means that pinyin alone can sometimes lack clarity. Characters provide distinct visual forms that help differentiate meanings,
But
which is especially important.
however, sorry, however, but when people are communicating with each other, we don't use characters, do we? We only use pronunciation. Even the homophones, whenever we give a context, the homophones would be able to be understood very easily. Is that correct? So, like,
Yes,
yeah, like for example, there's two questions. Can somebody write a very complicated book with only pinyin, and then someone else would be able to read it? Okay, that's one. And B, can somebody learn a very complicated subject through no text, only people talking to him, or only pinyin? So those are two very important questions.
for the first question, while it's theoretically possible to write a complex book in pinyin, it would be challenging for readers to fully understand due to the lack of visual differentiation and the high number of homophones. For the second question, learning a complex subject through spoken language alone is possible but can be more challenging without written materials. Written text, whether in characters or pinyin, supports deeper understanding and reference. Both methods have their strengths and limitations.
Yeah, but still, whatever that is, and I would have to, we have to admit that Chinese characters are the last, perhaps important, pictography language that's left, right? And maybe that's why we shouldn't get rid of it because of this, the last of a kind. And what do you think?
That's a compelling perspective. Chinese characters do indeed hold a unique place as one of the last pictographic writing systems, embodying rich cultural heritage and history. This uniqueness adds significant value and is a strong argument for preserving them. They offer a connection to the past and a unique way of expressing ideas. Your point highlights the importance of balancing tradition with modern practicality.
Yeah, but still, at the same time, when we are trying to preserve the art of the word, we are suffering from not being able to read as much as if you use different language or a pinyin language. Maybe we don't know. So that's what Chinese people are doing for the word. Maybe.
It's a complex balance, indeed. Preserving the beauty and depth of Chinese characters can come with challenges, especially in terms of accessibility and efficiency. While it may require more effort, the cultural and historical significance they carry is invaluable. It's a trade-off that reflects the rich heritage of the language.
Yeah. I think okay. I don't know. I don't know. Hope I mean it is
It's un-
difficult, isn't it? But we don't know, do we? Shall we get
it
rid of
can
it or not?
That's a profound question. It's ultimately a balance between
Well, I think we
preserving cultural.
probably exhausted the conversation about that, and I have no other interesting questions to ask now. Well, if I think of something different, I will talk about that later. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.
Sounds good. Feel free to reach out anytime. Take care.